you've uncovered some fascinating evidence about women as patrons and benefactors. Can you walk us through how someone like maybe Phoebe could be Paul's patron and what that actually meant in terms of financial power and influence? Because it seems like that would be a influential position.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
At the same time.
Yes, absolutely. So patronage is one of those institutions that's very important in the culture, but it's not part of the legal framework. Okay. One of the important philosophers in the first century, Seneca, talks about how he doesn't want this institution to have to be in the legal realm. He likes it in the cultural realm because it sort of keeps people, now these are my words, but it keeps people honest, because patronage is all about reciprocity. If you have resources, you should use them for the benefit of either a particular individual or a community. And if you receive a gift as an individual, you need to honor your patron. So you have this reciprocity or relationship that builds. And that's really important in this culture. So what that means, let's say we go to your example of Phoebe, who is mentioned by Paul in Romans 16, 1 and 2. And she is the deacon of Cenchreae, which is the eastern port of Corinth. And we know Paul spent 18 months there in Corinth, so he probably got to know her well. And she is a benefactor of Paul. Sometimes English translations use the word helper. She's a helper of mine. That's a really weak translation of what is a proper, descriptor of a relationship at this time. So a benefactor, they might have offered hospitality, let Paul stay in the home.
Right.
Lydia, and we can turn to her in a minute, Acts 16 would be an example of that. They may have financially sponsored Paul, but benefactors could also make introductions. And Phoebe might have some business in Rome. She's the one that seems to have taken the letter that Paul wrote to the Romans and takes that to Rome. So she might have some connections that way, or just be well known in Corinth. And so kind of help Paul, if things get a little messy, as sometimes when he's preaching that happens. Right. Maybe she can, hey, I'm a friend of Phoebe. Okay. All right. I'll, back away. So the benefactors can do a lot of different things. And it's a really important part of the culture. People relied on each other in that way. This is, getting back to your opening question, this was one of the things that really stuck out to me when I wrote my Women in the World of the Earliest Christians years ago. I'm actually working on a second edition, so
nice.
Excited
Very
about that.
Cool.
Yeah, but the just this idea that through the mechanisms of benefaction, women had real influence and voice and agency in their community without any blowback or accusations of stepping out of line or anything like that, because it was a construct, an informal institution that benefited others. And so women could do that.
If you want more conversations like this with the world's leading scholars and skeptics, make sure you hit that subscribe button. New episodes drop every single Monday.